What's up, YouTube family and Browns fans everywhere? This is Cleveland football, and I'm your host, Terrence Hudson. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. There you go. Coming off of yesterday, it looked a lot like what we seen the week before with the Miami Dolphins. Falling to the Bills 23-31. Look a lot like what we seen in Miami, starting out the game on fire out the gate. That first drive, big plays, chunk plays, look crisp, look clean. Amari Cooper looked excellent, and we punch it in, and it's like, wow, like okay, is this something? Why can't we carry this over into the second quarter and third quarter and into the fourth quarter? It's like we are a one drive team, like one drive, we one way, but. Once the Bills settled in, once they made adjustments, and they started slow because we had the weird week. It was like Buffalo was living in a snow globe last week with as much snow as they had. And thank God that they was able to even make it to the game, that both teams were able to be able to make it to the game. Because as Buffalo, even their players had trouble getting out of their own driveways, and neighbors had to come out and help. Help them and shovel them out and snow blow them out to help them get to the game. So shout out to those neighbors. Offensively, Jacoby Brissett, one of the best games he's had all year. Amari Cooper, one of the best games he's had all year. But it was pretty much, a lot of that came when the game was a foregone conclusion. They were up by 2 or 3 scores. We went up early, but after that, they settled in and they took control of the game. And it really came down to us not being able to stop the run and just getting gashed. Again, leading tacklers, John Johnson, 8 tackles, JLK, 7 tackles. You got linebackers who aren't even there. Taki, he was up there. I think he was our 3rd leading tackler. The D-line, I'm sorry. They're not getting it done. I just got to say it how it is. We're not controlling the line of scrimmage. We're not standing guys up. And it's evident. It's evident. They had 2 guys, Singletary, 18 for 86 in the tug. The other guy, Cook, who was cooking. All right, 11 for 86. Total rushing yards, 171 to our 80. Usually that's flipped around. Chubb was held in check. We got off schedule, and it seemed like we pretty much been off schedule all year. And you could say, okay, well, we don't have Deshaun Watson. I think a lot of these problems that we're having, it wouldn't matter if we had Deshaun Watson. Let's say we win 1 extra game or 2 extra games because we had that guy. We still 2 or 3 games below 500. We got a lot of problems. And it's like, okay, why do we have these problems? One, on offense, is lack of playmaking ability when it counts. Lack of big play potential, all right? Who do you look at on the Browns where you say, okay, we got a game plan for that guy. We got a scheme for that guy. No knock against Amari Cooper. No knock against Donovan Peoples-Jones. But it just aren't those kind of players, all right, right now, all right? We need more. We need more juice. We need more speed. We need more big play-making ability, all right? Now, you ask yourself, all right, and it's the same thing on defense. The way we getting gashed, the way we not be able to stop people. Defense, it might be a little different because I think you ask yourself, is it scheme? Okay, all right? Is it scheme? Is it ability? Right? Or is it effort? Okay? Scheme comes down to coaching. You can coach up a better scheme. You can be better at coaching. You can make adjustments. You can make changes. You could try new things. Okay? That's scheme. Scheme could be fixed. Scheme could be fixed in game. Scheme could be fixed within the season. All right? Now, is it ability? Ability, that's something different. All right? It's hard to address ability right now. If you just don't got the guys that can get it done, you just don't got the guys that can get it done at this point. All right? You fix ability in February, March, April, May. During the off season, you make sure you drafting well, make sure you developing young guys, things like that. You're not going to fix ability right now. All right? And then last piece, okay, is it effort? Is it effort? All right? And I think it's a little bit of I think it's a little bit of all three, to tell the truth. All right, and that's a recipe for disaster. All right, you don't got the ability, you ain't getting the effort, and your scheme ain't good. All right, and that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster. Because if you look at it again, a lot of our stuff, 396 total yards, a lot of it came at the end on that final drive. Just, kind of cupcake yards and the score. I mean, if you look at it, I think it's a little bit of all three. And it's hard when you don't got that big play potential when you need it. We don't draft well. I think we had one good draft in the last however many years, last 10 or 12 years. All right, and that's when we picked up Denzel Ward and Chubb. Okay, and the guys that were part of that class. I think Wills was a good pickup. He been hurt. But as far as just big play receivers and developing receivers, we don't develop receivers well. The guys that we have drafted, it's been a slow progression. I mean, you look at it, who was the last receiver that we drafted to gain over 1,000 yards? You got to go back almost 10 years of Josh Gordon. All right, then another 6 or 7 years before that, a Braylon Edwards or a Kellen Winslow. All right, something that needs to be fixed, but again, it's too late for all that. All right. So next week we got the Bucks coming in 5-5. They in the dogfight for their division lead. So the thing that we can do right now is beat our rivals, which the killer part is we can beat all of our rivals, beat our rivals and play spoiler. Beat our rivals and play spoiler, and then hopefully you end the season on a good note and carry that positivity on into the next season. It's been hard. Also looking forward to seeing what Deshaun Watson got in him and seeing what he's able to do. I'm sure just the drama of all that game coming up in 2 weeks against the Texans. All right, but think about it. Is it scheme, is it ability, or is it effort? What can you do about it right now? All right, so if you like, hit the like button. Be sure to share, be sure to comment, and be sure to subscribe.